You wouldn't expect the ATF to back off often, but when the political winds shifted in 2025, the firearms market changed fast. Weapons that had been buried under paperwork, multi-month waits, and shifting guidance, integrated suppressors, braced pistols, PDW-style platforms, and oddball legal category designs began showing up in inventories again. The uncertainty that kept many products effectively offline evaporated. Approvals moved faster, manufacturers resumed shipments, and gear that had been maybe someday shifted to available now. Today we're walking through 8 firearms that have re-entered circulation thanks to a Justice Department that pushed back on regulatory overreach. These aren't simple relaunches or repackaged toys. They're factory-engineered solutions, integrally suppressed systems, and PDW platforms that either won legal battles or regained clear classification. Some survived court fights. Others simply benefited from clearer, faster enforcement. If you've been waiting for the green light on something previously off-limits, this roundup will show you what's back and why it matters. Let's run the list, beginning with a compact, precision-built pistol-caliber platform that quietly climbed out of legal fog. Number 8. B&TG-HM9 Compact Gen 2. The B&TG-HM9 Compact Gen 2 is the kind of Swiss-made 9mm that blends precision machining with rock-solid reliability. It's a blowback-operated PCC that runs common Glock mags, offers a full-length top rail for optics, and carries the kind of fit and finish you expect from premium European manufacturers. For a while, its telescoping brace/brace-like configuration created hesitation among FFLs. Many dealers didn't want to risk a classification headache. After the 2025 policy rollbacks, that gray area cleared up, and the GHM9 returned to straightforward pistol status. No NFA stamp, no special tax. Functionally, the GHM9 is light on recoil and very controllable. Great for fast target transitions and close quarters work. It tucks into a backpack or range bag, yet handles like a much larger subgun. If you're shopping, expect to pay a premium for the Swiss manufacturing and ergonomics, but the long-term value shows in durability and refined controls. Quick buyer tip: look for a model with an optics-ready rail and test magazine compatibility before purchase. Legal/safety note: always verify local state rules on braced pistols and transport. Number 7. Sig Sauer MCX Rattler PCB. The MCX Rattler PCB is built around the idea of rifle performance in an ultra-compact folding package. Available in 300 blackout or 5.56, it folds down to a footprint that disappears inside a small pack or vehicle compartment. Ideal for users who need mobility without sacrificing terminal performance. Its pivoting contour brace created regulatory questions for years. Was it a pistol or an SBR? That uncertainty froze many sales. Post-2025 changes largely resolved that ambiguity, allowing the Rattler to return to mainstream availability. Performance-wise, the Rattler gives you a monolithic upper, refined gas tuning, and the ability to run both suppressed subsonic loads and hotter supersonic rounds reliably. It's built tough for hard use and fast manipulation. Expect to pay a premium for the folding mechanism and engineering, but it's a serious tool for urban defense or vehicle-borne ops. Buyer tip: because it's a compact, high-pressure host, factor in optics/training costs to get the most out of it. Legal/safety note: check state transport rules and keep the brace configuration consistent with current guidance. Number 6. Silencer Co. Maxim 9. Where most pistols tolerate suppression as an afterthought, the Maxim 9 was engineered around suppression from the outset. Its integrated suppressor links to the slide and frame, producing a system that's modular. You can change baffle stacks or run a shorter profile for maneuverability, or extend it for maximum quiet. That design reduces the guesswork of timing and recoil spring swaps required when you bolt on an external can. The stumbling block historically was bureaucracy. Suppressor approvals could take many months and dampened customer appetite. As approvals sped up post-2025, the Maxim 9 returned as a practical choice for hearing-safe home defense or dedicated suppressed carry. It isn't cheap, But for someone prioritizing sound reduction and a factory-calibrated package, it's arguably the cleanest solution on the market. Great for fast target transitions and close quarters work. It tucks into a backpack or range bag, yet handles like a much larger subgun. If you're shopping, expect to pay a premium for the Swiss manufacturing and ergonomics, but the long-term value shows in durability and refined controls. Quick buyer tip: look for a model with an optics-ready rail and test magazine compatibility before purchase. Legal/safety note: always verify local state rules on braced pistols and transport. Number 5. Franklin Armory RS7. The RS7 is a design that deliberately flirted with classification boundaries and then won in court. Using an unconventional straight-cut barrel and other mechanical distinctions, it positioned itself outside traditional NFA definitions, and that triggered ATF scrutiny. Franklin Armory litigated. A federal ruling found ATF overreach, and the DOJ's decision not to appeal restored the RS7's availability without a tax stamp. Practically speaking, that gives you rifle-caliber performance in 5.56 or 300 blackout from a compact package without the NFA paperwork. The RS7 ships with durable components, pistol-length gas, and ergonomics that favor close-in handling. For some buyers, it's the best of both worlds. Rifle punch in a host that's easy to move and transport across state lines. Buyer tip: if portability and avoiding NFA paperwork are priorities, the RS7 is worth serious consideration, but still factor in optics and suppressor compatibility when budgeting. Legal/safety note: while the RS7 cleared a major legal hurdle, always keep documentation of purchase and any correspondence relevant to classification. Number 4. Daniel Defense DD-M4 ISR, integrally suppressed rifle. The DD-M4 ISR was imagined as an integrally suppressed rifle from day one, not an AR with a can added on. Built around 300 blackout and optimized for subsonic accuracy and reliability, it uses a pinned barrel plus a welded suppressor to meet legal 16-inch overall length criteria without creating an NFA host rifle. Its gas system is purpose-tuned for heavy subsonic bullets and mixed loads, and the internal suppression often improves balance compared with muzzle-mounted cans. Historically, integrally suppressed rifles suffered from permitting confusion and reclassification concerns. Now, with smoother enforcement, factory integrally suppressed platforms are meaningful options for shooters wanting quiet, reliable performance without layers of paperwork. Buyer tip: because integrally suppressed rifles are specialized, expect higher service/maintenance needs and choose a reputable armorer for post-purchase setup. Legal/safety note: verify paperwork for the suppressor component where required and follow manufacturer maintenance guidance. Number 3. Q Sugar Weasel Honey Badger lineage. The Sugar Weasel carries the compact, hard-running DNA of Q's Honey Badger family. Short 300 blackout performance in a highly maneuverable under 5-pound package. Q swapped billet for forged components in some iterations to balance cost and ruggedness while keeping the same aggressive handling profile. The brace controversy briefly put these pocket PDWs on ice. Once regulatory posture cleared in 2025, the Sugar Weasel returned as a pistol with no SBR baggage. It's a tool for quick clearing and tight space drills, suppressor-friendly, and built to be run hard. Buyer tip: given the short barrel and high cyclic demands, factor in regular maintenance and quality magazines. Legal/safety note: ensure you're compliant with local carry and transport laws. Small profile doesn't change responsibility. Number 2. Maxim Defense PDXSD. Maxim Defense built the PDXSD to be a compact, integrally suppressed workhorse. A very short barrel nestled inside a large integral can that minimizes back pressure and keeps the overall length manageable for indoor use. Offered in 5.56 and 300 blackout, it's aimed at CQB roles where reduced flash, audible signature, and controllable gas impulse matter. Previously, procurement was slowed by stamp delays and uncertain guidance. With faster approvals, the PDXSD is back in circulation for teams and civilians who need a higher-end CQB tool. It's heavy enough to absorb recoil and balanced for close work. Buyer tip: the PDXSD is pricey and mission-specific. Pair it with training that addresses suppressed weapon ergonomics and close-quarters tactics. Legal/safety note: integral cans have specific transfer and registration rules. Handle paperwork precisely. Number 1. CZ Scorpion 3 Plus Micro. Not every comeback required exotic engineering. Sometimes modernizing a proven 9mm subgun is the winning formula. The Scorpion 3 Plus Micro updates a classic platform with practical improvements: a flared magwell for faster reloads, ambidextrous controls, better ergonomics, and a cold hammer-forged short barrel that holds up under abuse. Straight blowback operation makes it a forgiving, suppressor-friendly host that eats a wide variety of ammunition. When brace guidance tightened, models like this entered legal limbo. But the 2025 policy reversals returned the Scorpion to pistol status and removed a lot of ownership uncertainty. It's relatively affordable compared to boutique alternatives, lightweight, and an absolute blast on the range, which is why it tops this comeback list. Buyer tip: if you want a fun, practical 9mm host for drills or suppressed shooting, the Scorpion is one of the best value propositions. Legal/safety note: keep your build configuration consistent with current guidance and follow safe handling at all times. That covers the 8 notable comebacks. Bottom line, many of these platforms didn't become better because of the law. They became more accessible because the administrative choke points loosened. When enforcement eases, manufacturers ship again. Retailers list inventory, and buyers get options that had been effectively shelved for years. Final practical notes for viewers: always check current state and local regulations before acquiring restricted-feeling gear. Keep suppressors and NFA items properly registered where required. And invest in training and safe storage. A capable firearm demands responsible ownership.